I'm Joe Mambu.
It's your boy Big Sean. My people, I love you all.
It's your boy Ak, yo. We're here once again. What's up?
For sure. This episode is 151 and it's called Who You Benching. If you don't know, there's a picture been floating around about 6 greats in the NBA. Guys like KD, Kobe Bryant, Steph Curry, Shaquille O'Neal, and Michael Jordan. How could I forget about Mike? You know? But we're going to talk about that, who to benching, a little bit later. I do want to start off with some NBA playoff basketball. There's a series in particular I really want to talk about because it's crazy how these guys are now down 3-0. If you don't
No one
know,
could believe it.
yeah. If you don't know, we're talking about the Brooklyn Nets versus the Boston Celtics series. Now, if you don't know, Saturday was game 3. I looked at tickets to go to the game, but they were like over $1,000 for 2 people. I'm not doing that. But I thought that, this was Brooklyn's time to shine, get back in the game. I thought they would have went, 2-1 and then, Bender Scammer come in game 4 because that's what he slated for, to come back and then tie the series up 2-2. At this point, Brooklyn being down 3-0 doesn't make any sense to me, that Ben even comes for game 4. There's not a lot of teams that come from a 3-0 lead and win a series. And
it's never happened in the history of the league.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? And listen, Boston's coached really well. They got a lot of great wing defenders. Ime Udoka was on the coaching staff of the Nets last season. So he knows Kevin Durant's game, right? He had up close and personal front seat to watch him on that bench. And you got to watch a lot of Kevin Durant last year because, Kyrie likes to take days off. How do you guys, I want to start with you, man. How you feeling about this Boston Celtics and Brooklyn series, man?
Yo, man, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those where I still got my Brooklyn gear on repping, man. I ain't gonna go in the bushes like Homer Simpson, bro. I'm gonna hold my own, son.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna defend my guy KD, but it's gonna be tough, man. It's this one. They got his number. He's never seen these kind of defenses, bro. Yeah. Like they're swarming on him. Like he run into the paint. You got 2, 3 guys. You got a guy from the left. You got a guy from the right. They just swarming on him. He don't even know what to do because he's not a natural point. Because they got him bringing up the ball here and there up the court. Yeah, he's not a natural facilitator. You know what I'm saying? So if you pressure him to a certain point, that's why I look. He's averaging what? Let me see. He's like 6 turnovers a game for the series. That's terrible, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We talk about Westbrook, but
yeah. They're saying he's looking well Westbrookian, right? Yeah. It's tough. It's tough, man. But I see as far as like Ben Simmons playing, bro. I want to see it though. I still got some like a 2% chance of hope, bro. Like I just don't want to let it go. The team is too talented.
Yeah.
I'm not discrediting the Celtics at all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're a great team. They're well oiled. They play defense. Defense wins chips, bro. But these two, we should be playing much better than this. Yeah. I want to use Steve Nash as a scapegoat. Steve Nash gotta go, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to throw Blake. You want to throw Blake Griffin in the game, like out of nowhere. When this last man seen the court?
Yeah. I don't even think. I went to the playing game, which was like what, maybe like a week ago, maybe like a week and a half ago.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think Blake played. Right. So that's the thing. I know in the play, like the thing in the playoffs is that your bench usually gets shorter. Your rotation is shorter.
Right.
Right. Like you're not bringing out LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin.
But I would actually prefer to see LaMarcus come in over Blake.
Yeah. Well, he got that. Lamar got that mid-range package. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And they could have slowed the game down, I think, a little bit with Lamar because Lamar still has a really good post presence.
Right.
You know what I mean? Take a look at some Kevin Durant only had 16 points, so 6 of 11 shooting that loss last night. 16 points. And it was crazy. I was watching highlights this morning, and it was the third quarter when he got in double figures. So that's what, 10, the least, right? Third quarter with like 6 minutes left.
He shot 54% though.
I mean, I hear you. I hear you, but you know, it's funny. It's like I'm looking at Kevin Durant points, right? And I'm looking at the percentage, which is great. But I'm also looking at the attempts, and it looks like it's Jimmy Garoppolo. You know, like are these Jimmy Garoppolo stats? Like 6 of 11, like 95 yards, you know, 1 touchdown,
right.
2 picks, something like that.
I did not expect from you, Joe. I did not expect.
You know what I'm saying? But like the crazy thing with this is that Kevin Durant can, like, wasn't it the Golden State game where, like, you know, in the playoffs where he came in like 11 minutes and scored 12 points or something like that, and then he tore his Achilles.
When his Achilles snapped.
When his Achilles snapped.
Yeah.
And he's getting 16 points, right? So Kevin Durant in the post game yesterday talked a little bit about thinking too much, right? And the problem is, it's like, the problem with Kevin Durant thinking too much is because Ime Udoka is doing a really good job of having guys swarm. What we don't give the Celtics credit for, right, is that what? Well, go ahead, Sharon.
You know something? They figured out Kevin Durant, bro. What they've been doing since game 1, and as like all y'all alluded to it already, he was there. What they're doing is, because we used to see KD set up at the top of the key, he can either go left or he either go right. They are trapping him right before he gets to a sweet spot.
Yeah.
And when he gets to that sweet spot, he can't do nothing. They're trapping Kyrie on the other side and forcing Bruce Brown. Like I've been trying to tell y'all, that's not the guy you want shooting the ball.
I love Bruce Brown.
I love him. I love
Bruce Brown.
I know you love him, but he ain't doing jack shit right now. Yeah, he had 26 last night. Yeah, that was out of necessity.
Yeah, he stepped up when he needed to.
Huh?
He stepped up when he needed to.
He stepped when he needed to, but come on, man. Then you have him guarding Jaylen Brown.
Well, yeah, Jaylen Brown.
Nah, son. Come on, bro.
Jaylen Brown got a package.
He been putting everybody in a blender, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. And then on top of that, you got that guy. I'm the one who coined the phrase "Ben the Scammer." Me. But glad for all that.
Oh yeah.
Joe, don't make that face like that, bro. Come on, man.
No, you good. I'm agreeing with you.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
It's a fact, bro. I can't say no. You know, like when Skip is mad at Shannon because he's speaking facts.
Hey, bro. And the reason why is I go back to that goddamn video everybody was telling me about. Oh, he's a practice player. Well, how the fuck you... Again, let me control my temper.
Easy way.
How do you look like Magic Johnson, Jordan Pippen, World Be Free on the damn practice court, and then on the goddamn NBA court, you can't shoot, you can't even dunk the ball in the playoff game?
I mean, to be fair, he's not playing against NBA players.
Oh my!
His confidence is through the roof.
Bro, if he would have used 1/4 of that crap, the Sixers would have won a championship. Don't tell me you look like World Be Free out there in the beginning, and then when you get to the real game, you look like a bench player.
That's like Tim.
Or whatever. Come on, bro.
No, I feel you, man. The Ben Simmons thing is horrible, right? Because
I'm a damn hood off.
Definitely, it could have changed the dynamic of the series. I don't know how much he has left in the tank. I know there's talk about back spasms. And
he ain't got no goddamn back spasms. He tried to get money.
Yeah, mental health issues and whatnot.
And I don't like how he used that either.
Yeah,
he worried about he trying to recoup that bag from, you know what I'm saying? It's all a plot.
But the crazy thing to me is, he's just a bad teammate, bro. Like, you know, people want to talk about Kyrie being a bad teammate. And Big Sherm is going to talk about the Stephen A. Smith thing that he said about Kyrie. But people talk about Kyrie being a bad teammate because he chose his family over basketball. Essentially, that was the choice he made, right? Family over his profession, which I think a lot of people had that mindset once the pandemic had happened. You know what I'm saying? Where it was like family over my job, right? And Kyrie's not like any of us. He makes a lot of money. You know, he's a part of that elite crowd that, you know, a lot of us won't ever see, which is fine. But Ben is choosing not to play in these games because he wanted to pass the ball instead of dunk it or lay it up because he's scared to go to the free throw line at the end of the game. Right?
How you gonna win?
That's a problem to me. I get, and I'm a Sixers fan. I'm like 10 minutes here from Philadelphia. Crazy thing is we see like Ben, he kills in these footages during the summer. He kills like fadeaway, step backs. You know what I'm saying?
He looked like Magic Johnson, Jordan Pippen, World Be Free. All these dudes put in the one. You gotta put this shit in the game.
Yeah, the boy good. The boy good.
He good. But if you look at it now, and people was questioning that James Harden, Ben Simmons trade, Philly looks like they won that trade because
don't say that yet, because we all know what happened when Doc Rivers got that 3-1 lead too.
No, I hear you, but we closing out. We closing out on Monday. We closing out on Monday.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because he looks sped up. He looks sped up the past game, bro.
That's all right. Gentlemen sweep.
Okay.
Gentlemen sweep. But yeah, Ben is horrible, man. Last night in the game, he was over there on the sideline looking like Punky Booster. You know what I'm saying? Rainbow Bright and shit. And I'm
who he look.
Yeah.
You know what he looked like though? He looked like he looked the dude from Natural Born Killers. That's what he looked like.
He what was that movie with like Idris Elba, Chris Brown, what was it, Takers? You know what I'm saying? He was looking like he was part of that group, man. But yeah, it's just weird, man. I'm really disappointed in Ben Simmons. Let's do the 6'10" point guard. I mean, regardless, the two things he could do well is he could defend really well, right? And he can handle the ball really well. Right. And he can run the lane really well. That's
at an elite level. At an elite level.
Yeah. But they ain't choose to do
that. He can't friggin' shoot.
Yeah. Series, when you think series ending, you think it's a sweep or it's gonna be a gentleman's sweep?
I don't want to disrespect Kevin Durant like this.
You gotta disrespect him, man. It ain't happening. It ain't happening this year.
It's not happening, bro. And listen, God bless him if they get 2 games. Because I've always heard Kevin Durant can win you at least 2 to 3 games by himself. I can't, because I've said it before, and I said it before we took the break. Y'all, they don't have no freaking wing defenders.
They don't.
None.
Bruce Brown's not there. Bruce Brown's their best wing defender. He's not a wing defender. You're rocking with Goran Dragic, Seth Curry, and who's their other guy? Patty Mills. It ain't happening. Yeah. If they're logging heavy minutes, you got to remember, playing basketball, you have to do that on both sides of the court. If you're gonna log heavy minutes, you got to do that on both sides of the court.
Two points before I stop.
Okay.
Number one, Kyrie. I bet you're regretting. I wish you had a head coach that knew how to coach. Talking about you don't need no damn coach.
Listen.
Who the hell are you? Unless your name is Bill Russell, who was a player coach when they won the championship, I think in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's been doing it. It's good to have the talent there, but you need the coach to help direct you.
Yeah.
You gotta have it. It's important. And you're seeing it now in this series. Heavily important.
Oh yeah. Well, they thought they could just go ISO heavy on everyone. Go ahead.
Yo, Nets a 7. We making history.
What the hell, bro? Are you on that stuff?
That's a 7, yeah.
That can't be platinum, bro.
Ben coming back, well rested. We gonna make a difference. Watch.
If the Nets.
History in the making, son.
LeBron did it once. LeBron did it one time ago.
3-1. That wasn't 3-0. That's a whole different animal you're talking about.
If Kevin Durant could pull that off, he's the greatest player in NBA history.
There's no way. I can't believe, bro. Like this my guy. Like I never seen this come. Never in my wildest dreams, bro.
No one saw it coming. Nobody.
Kevin Durant.
It was crazy.
Nobody.
Jesus.
Listen, the one thing before we switch, Kevin Durant likes to play basketball. He does not know how to be. He doesn't like being a leader. So the problem with being a leader is you have to face adversity as a leader, right? If you're what it is most of the time, if you're the most talented guy on the team, you are the leader, right? Unless you have like a de facto leader, like what's his name, Derek Fisher, when Kobe Bryant was the guy. But even Kobe Bryant was the leader, right? But Kevin Durant doesn't want to take no ownership of being. He just want to hoop. And the problem is listen, when you just want to hoop, you don't really matter how your game comes and goes.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing we got to look at Kevin Durant. I know he's latter in his career. He's on the other side of 30, but it's one of those things he's really going to have to take a look in the mirror because it's something he could have done, you know?
And I have one thing before we go, because now we got to switch.
Yeah.
The original team they had, Dinwiddie.
Oh, Spencer Dinwiddie. Perimeter defender, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Karis LeVert.
Yep. Perimeter defender.
Collins, rim protector.
Yeah.
They had the team all along.
Man.
Yeah.
They had the team all along, and they stripped it for James Harden. And the strip clubs were not good enough for Brooklyn, so he sat there and he left. And he
Brooklyn, I've been to a couple of Brooklyn strip clubs. They ain't no lie. Yeah. All right. So I know we wanted to talk about the playoffs thing, baby. We only got 9 minutes. I want to talk about this a little bit, right? So there's the 6-man, what this episode is about, right? There's a picture floating around on social media regarding 6 of some of the best players of all time, right? So let's go down. Michael Jordan, Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, who's the god of basketball, right? LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Shaquille O'Neal. So out of these 6, who are you benching? Who's coming off the bench? I'm gonna let you go, Sharon, because I know
you go ahead.
No, go. Oh, okay. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
So for me, who's coming off the bench? It's gotta be Kevin Durant. And it's not, and you know the great thing about Kevin Durant is he's a really good player, you know, top 10 player of all time, possibly, right? The problem with Kevin is he don't want to be a leader, right? The problem with Kevin is he's not really about galvanizing his guys. It's really just about his talent, right? And granted, he's very talented. He won 2 championships in Golden State, but that team was stacked. They won 73-9 games the previous year. They didn't win a championship.
He won the MVP.
I hear you. He won an MVP, and he was 2 times final MVP. The problem with Kevin Durant, for me, why he would come off the bench is because he just wants to be a lethal scorer. He doesn't want to take accountability. And I feel like the rest of the guys on this list, they do want to take accountability. Shaq wants to take accountability. What?
I can't. Go ahead.
First of all, outside of Steph Curry, Kevin Durant is the weaker, is the second weakest on ball defensively. Right? Like in his prime, did we ever remember Kevin to being an on-ball defender? Now everybody plays help defense. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? James Harden was the steals leader 1 year. Steph Curry was a steal leader 1 year. You know those guys don't play defense. Steph has got better over the years.
Steph Curry has improved his defense for years.
I just said that. But the problem is, if you want to shut down a team, Shaq gonna do it in the paint, right? LeBron James is gonna play their point guard, right? No, hold on. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Steph will play the 1. I'm gonna leave Bron at the. Steph will play the 1. Kobe will play the 2. Jordan play the 3. Bron at the 4. Shaq at the 5. To me, that's dominant because you know why? These guys, those 5 guys play better defense, on-ball defense than Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant offensively is gifted. He's the most gifted scorer out of these guys. Like Kevin Durant, if it comes to scoring ability, he's number 1. I even put him over Kobe Bryant because Kobe Bryant was 6'6", 200 pounds. Kevin Durant 7 feet and plays like Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan, you know, people say Kobe's a carbon copy. I think Kobe was a little bit more skilled, right? He didn't play against senators and shoe salesmen like
that's
Michael
not his
Jordan
fault. He was ahead of his time, bro.
I hear you. He was ahead of his time. Right? But I'm putting Kevin on the bench just because his lack of leadership and his inability to play on-ball defense. Now I know we're gonna look at Shaq, but Shaq is a nightmare. Shaq is a nightmare inside.
But can you shoot free throws? You need free throws, bro.
He would try. He wouldn't be like LeBron James, who was on this list.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Aki.
AK, go ahead.
Yo, I'm benching Shaq, yo. Shaq got to come off the bench, 6 man. So I'm starting KD. KD playing. Remember, yo, we playing positionless basketball now.
True.
Senator, imagine Shaq in this league right now. You think Shaq won't even get the opportunities that he did back in the days in this current league?
Well, Shaq said he Giannis.
Shaq was not a Giannis, bro. Giannis way more athletic, bro.
No, Shaquille O'Neal was athletic for his time.
Before he got too big, he had some athleticism. Giannis is different, bro.
Even when he was too big, he was the most dominant force on that court.
He was bigger and stronger than everyone.
He is. I agree.
NBA isn't about strength anymore. That's why KD thought he could get away without lifting no weights.
Yo, you got the inside scoop?
Yo, come on, man. You're a professional athlete, bro.
Okay. I see where you're going. So in today's league, Shaq wouldn't be as necessary. So if that was the case, then I would bench Shaq. But I'm just thinking about it from the overall standpoint.
Right. Overall stature.
Yeah.
Now, I'm doing this freestyle off the fly, right?
Okay.
I know the players. I understood the question. And I have to be truly honest with myself.
Yeah.
Even after what I just said, I would bench Steph. I wouldn't mind him coming off. Can I see him come off the bench already?
He's doing it now. He's doing it now.
All right.
He's doing it now.
Yeah.
I mean, what more do you need to see? And then you have Jordan, you have Kobe, LeBron is obviously your point guard. Durant, matchup nightmare on the outside, and you have your inside nightmare with Shaq.
You got Durant playing the 4 to 3 because that's always what I'm kind of weird about. Like, what is Durant playing?
I mean, okay, so LeBron's the point guard.
Mm-hmm.
Michael's the shooting guard. So I'm going to give him his respect. Kobe can play the 3.
Yeah.
He could.
Kobe can play the 3. KD play the 4, stretch him out, and Shaq's in the middle.
Okay.
I'm taking the Phil Jackson approach. You want size, but also you still have athleticism outside.
Yeah.
And those are the 4 most athletic guys I've seen play on that court.
Mm.
Yeah.
And you can play zone, you can play man, you can do anything.
Yeah. You know what? I totally forgot Steph was coming off the bench, right?
Yeah,
and Jordan Poole's been wilding, but yeah, Steph is such a great teammate that he actually, out of this 6, he would just be like, y'all go to the bench.
And when he come on the bench, you have to defend him from the damn logo.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, so that would be a nightmare. But I would like because I'm measuring intangibles.
Mm-hmm.
KD would have to come off the bench.
Okay. I mean, you say intangibles, but you don't want to take away that type of scoring, bro.
But no, I'm saying if you think about it, Steph comes off and you got to guard him 94 feet. What? Kevin Durant is what? 10 inches taller?
Yeah.
It has the same shooting prowess to a certain degree that Steph Curry has.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's not knocking down logo threes. That ain't really his game, but he give you the 3-point game, give you mid-range game, can attack the basket occasionally. He's a great help defender. Right. That would be a problem coming off the bench.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, any of these guys would be a problem.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you know what I mean? But yeah. So I'm going with KD off the bench. You going with Shaq off the bench. And Sherm, you going with Steph off the bench, who is most likely to actually say, hey guys, I'm gonna come off the bench.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, we wanted to touch on more stuff today, but we kind of
we got time, bro.
Nah, we got 40 seconds, bro.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to touch on more stuff today. But we definitely can save it for next episode. Mm-hmm. The playoffs are still happening, so we'll update you guys with that next episode. There's some boxing we'll be talking about as well. Some big contenders and some fights that may need to happen that we need to discuss for sure. But I want to thank you guys for tuning into another episode.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? If you guys have any questions, comments, hit us up at lbrstalk@gmail.com.
We answer. We do answer, yes.
We do answer. Check us on YouTube. Follow us on IG. When we've got the Facebook blog where Big Sherm does a good job of writing content in between episodes.
I'll be back. I got material now.
And we got to stop this Kyrie disrespect. But
ain't disrespect, bro, but I'm going to leave it. We out of time. Go ahead.
Yeah. So on that note, I want to thank you guys for tuning in again. And that's another episode in the bag. Peace.
What the